The Corolla Cross is an SUV, and so it's got a higher ride clearance than normal Corolla models. If you look at the design overall, it's quite attractive. The front has LED daytime running lights, which convert into LED full headlamps at night. The Toyota emblem has got blue accents, which show that this is a hybrid model. If you look at the side, you find 17-inch wheels that come standard, and the back is a bit of the least attractive aspect of the vehicle, with a look that sort of needs some sporty essence added to it. Probably the Corolla Cross GR will put paid to that. With the outside, Toyota has taken like a dual role. The front is dynamic, the back is a bit safe, not say boring, but safe. With the interior, they've gone with a solid layout, something that people can trust, and it's useful as well. If you look at the quality here, soft touch, one of the nice things is you've got this large infotainment screen. We are on Android Auto, so which is nice because then it reflects the navigation. But the one thing I don't like about it is then you need to plug your phone here, even though there's a nice cubicle where you can put your phone, but just the cable coming out. I think maybe if this USB port was inside, I think it would have been better. It's keyless go, so you just started even outside keyless entry, which is nice. The one thing which I really like is the dual zone climate control, so I can have my temperature and this passenger can have their temperature. The aircon works very well. Even if you stop, because it's the hybrid motor works quite nicely to make sure that the cabin is cool even when you stop. I like that. In terms of space, let's just look at the place where you can put your stuff. Your phone, you can put it easily here, and it's got 2 cup holders, which work fine. And even on the side, you can put your drinks on the side. There's a nice pocket area here where you can put, like your wallet and stuff. But if you want more storage space in here, and also there's a cubby hole which you can also use. This armrest is movable, which is nice, and it's leather, so it's quite comfortable. The steering wheel is multi-adjustable for reach and also for height, which is nice. It makes it easy to find a comfortable driving position. You've got controls for the cruise control on your right, and also the mode for the radio, and you can change between tracks and also between stations. Volume control is done this side. Sort of inboard computer, just to view all your information like your fuel consumption, is easily adjustable here. Now on the instrument cluster, it's not digital, it's just normal analog, and it doesn't have a rev counter, which some people probably will find that a bit interesting. There's no rev counter. There's a meter which shows you what you are using, either electric motor or the normal engine, or if you're using both. So which sort of works nicely. The speedometer is nice and big and clear, up to 200 kilometers an hour. In terms of space, I've got enough headroom, I've got enough shoulder room, and I'm sitting comfortably. The seat can be adjusted for height, and it makes it easy, like I said, to find a good driving position. And everything is within reach. Electric windows, adjustment for the mirrors, outside mirrors, and I like how the layout is. All the stuff that you touch every day when you are in the car have got soft padding, which makes it easy. The layout, like I had said earlier, it's quite clear, and I find it quite nice, a nice place to be. When it comes to interior lighting, I have a challenge. Yes, you've got these reading lights for the front passenger and the driver, which is nice, but when you open it at night, these don't come on. You only have the one light at the back, and that's not enough for when you're getting in to see, to put your stuff around. You need to switch these on, put your stuff around it, and then switch them off when you're driving off. I think Toyota should have done something better. Just having these come on when you open the door at night, then it makes it easy. There's lighting all around the vehicle, and you get in. The minute you put it on, then this comes out. I think that is something just basic that Toyota should have done, because that one is too far back to give any lighting when you're coming into the interior. The one thing I find irritating is the parking brake being a foot operated one. Really, why can't you just have an electronic, lever here just for the handbrake. Just press lock and unlock, which is okay. But generally, I like I said, the parts that are hard, you don't really touch, even though they're there, you don't touch. The higher spec models come with a variety of colors for the leather interior and also for these finishes, which looks quite nice. And I was hoping maybe there'll be a variety on the XS model. It comes with dual front airbags, a knee airbag, and also side airbag. What I don't like is it doesn't come with a curtain airbag. Only the XR has got that feature. Toyota safety, I mean, yes, it comes with EBD. There's ABS and all the other features, and traction control, and also stability control. But I would have done with having curtain airbags because this is more of a family car. Leather is standard on the XS model, which we're testing, which is nice. Yeah, everything is within reach, like I said. For people at the back, there's also enough space for them to be comfortable. Even though I'm sitting here and the seat is quite far back, there's still enough rear space for passengers at the back. And also, if you're loading stuff, it's a folding rear seat, so you can load extra stuff, and the boot is quite spacious as well. So it's something to be, to enjoy. But now let's go on the drive and see how this hybrid motor with electric things and all the engine and electric, how it works. Toyota has been saying that electric-only vehicles in South Africa are a bit premature, because the infrastructure. So they feel that hybrid are sort of the way to go for someone who's looking for efficiency. Now, when it comes to the technical part of it, the hybrid version has a 1.8-liter four-cylinder engine that drives the front wheels through a CVT gearbox. More of that later. But now, in addition to that normal engine, there's an electric motor. It may get a bit confusing, and just bear with me here. The normal 1.8 engine, like the Corolla Cross that is not hybrid, which has got the same engine, has got 103 kilowatts and 173 Newton meters. But once you get to the hybrid, the same 1.8 engine has got less power. Now, it's no longer producing 103 kilowatts, it's now producing 72 kilowatts and 142 Newton meters. Okay. The electric motor has got 53 kilowatts and 163 Newton meters. So you'll be thinking, okay, if I put the electric motor and the normal engine, the 1.8, I should have a lot more power and a lot more torque. Not entirely, because the combined power output of the Corolla Cross hybrid is only 90 kilowatts. Yes, it's even less than the normal 1.8 engine. It's fine. The electric motor does help because when you pull off, you can feel that the initial thrust starts from the electric motor. Then the engine picks up later. That aids a lot on fuel consumption. Toyota claims 4.3 kilometers. We're averaging 5.8 liters per 100 kilometers, which is still very good, I won't lie. Even though it doesn't achieve the figures that Toyota claims, it's still a very good figure. The part that I think I've said, the CVT gearbox, helps as well in terms of that efficiency. But then when you want power and you really want to go, the CVT, how it works with the noise and just, you can get used to it. But for normal city driving, it works quite well. It works a treat. On the open road, you got less revs, and the electric motor also helps, which makes it a very nice cruiser because it's then quiet when you're traveling. There's not a lot of wind noise, nicely done by Toyota. Not a lot of tire noise as well, which makes it feel quite okay. When you're around traffic, the electric motor works on its own. So as you're coasting, you're about to stop, the engine switches off completely, and then the electric motor is the one that powers the aircon, powers all the systems. And when you pull off as well, like I'm pulling off now, it's still on pure electric drive, and which is good. But then once you want more power, as you can hear now, then the engine comes on board to really help, with the driving. This is quite good for efficiency. We're averaging 5.8 liters per 100 kilometer, which is awesome. Yes, Toyota claims 4.3, and I think you can get that. If you're doing a lot of city driving, you can get a lot of that, because the electric motor ends up being the one that does a lot of propulsion. A lot of people were asking us, but what happens if you run out of petrol? Well, if you run out of petrol, it stops, because remember, the engine is the one that charges the batteries to then give power to the electric motor. So when the engine is out, obviously the batteries are not going to be charged, and then you're going to have a problem. So it will stop. But at 5.8, it's quite good consumption as well. Now, when it comes to drive, it's comfortable, and because it's a high ride, so it just feels, like what we want from SUVs. You want to ride a bit high, which is good. And like I said earlier on, with the glass area being so big, it allows you to see quite clearly from outside. And if you're driving around town, it just makes visibility a lot better. Handling, this is not a sports car, even though there's a GR Corolla Cross that Toyota has launched. This is not a sports car. This is more a family car, something to drive every day. And for that, it does a very good job, because it just handles everywhere you're driving. Gravel roads, we were driving on the other day, and it feels sure-footed, it feels solid. And it's one of the attributes which I like about it. Wind noise is non-existent, which is good. But you do have the engine noise, like especially if you're driving with the CVT, which makes a bit of noise, something which I don't think is good. Now, out in traffic, electric motor works alone, which is one of the nice things about it. You do have people that tend to walk in front of the car because it's quiet and they don't hear any noise, so you got to hoot, make sure they're aware. But the saving that you get out of it is quite awesome. The price is 413,000, and with that it comes with all the features which I mentioned earlier on. Yes, I don't understand why they omitted the curtain airbags. I think that's something that Toyota should have put. But it comes with a 6-year 90,000 kilometer service plan and a 3-year 100,000 warranty. So, and also comes with roadside assistance, which is quite good. But for me, I do understand why Toyota is saying this thing is going to be a hot seller and it's going to replace the Hilux soon, because even with the hybrid motor, a lot of people are going to be looking at saving fuel, and I mean the price of fuel is going up a lot. And so to get something as efficient as this, that has an engine for people that do long distance traveling, don't want an EV, but they want to save as well, it ticks all the boxes. So Corolla Cross, yeah. Rivals, T-Cross is the main one to look at. You do have the Duster as well, which is diesel, which is quite efficient. But in terms of overall Toyota pedigree, in terms of reliability, the ride, and the overall, I think it's quite something. Yeah, Toyota is onto something here. So remember, if you like the video, click like, and remember to subscribe to our channel. On Facebook, remember, it's Imoto Online. On YouTube, it's Imoto on TV. Subscribe and click the like button so that if we put something, you're able to see, and also the bell icon on YouTube to ensure that when we put a new video, you're able to see it. But thanks for spending time and watching the video, and I'd really hope that if you're looking to buy the Corolla Cross, I've helped you in terms of understanding what it can offer. Bye.